and building communities and building a legacy for 3 decades and growing its presence across the most dynamic cities of Hyderabad and Bangalore. And we strongly believe evolving to the aspirations of our customers. And bringing innovation in everything what we do at Sumadhura. Today, the Uber luxury has become the trend, especially last few years, like nothing before. And in that evolving trend, Hyderabad and Bangalore are at the forefront, defining the luxury homes. And the luxury homes has become not a niche sector, and it has become the mindset of the people. People today, they just don't want to travel for luxury, but they want luxury at their doorstep. They want to live this luxurious lifestyle, sophisticated lifestyle across at their home, at their community. One of the research by one IBC shows that the first half of 2025, the luxury homes sold were more than 49%, and there is a 17% growth in the sales of luxury homes. So it is as the trend evolving, as the aspirations evolving, shaping up, as the dreams are shaping up, Sumadhura as the front runner and as a brand of catching up or in the forefront of trends, with our own research about how the changing aspirations of the Hyderabad and Bangalore in our communities at Sumadhura Pale Royal at Hyderabad and Sumadhura Folium at Bangalore. So we are very much excited with this association, Elysium Club, and bringing the 8 global brands available at our communities. And the moment we announce this association, we have seen a very high interest generated across the prospective and the existing customers. We are bringing these branded clubhouses not just the future projects. When it comes to our Folium Sumadhura, which we launched in 2022, now today it is at the stage of handing over, and we are adding this feature of branded clubhouses as a bonus. Sumadhura always believes deliver more than what it is promised. As a keeping up the trend, the commitment, we are adding this branded clubhouses, unveiling these clubhouses. I strongly believe that this association and collaboration with these 8 global brands will add lot of value to the lives of customers who we serve, not just as a product, but it creates rich experiences in the people's lives. Sumadhura always believes creating such experiences. Finally, I welcome to the future of luxury living and Sumadhura as a brand believes this will enrich the people's, the happiness in the people, in the customers, our customers or the people living that communities will enrich their lives and well-being. Thank you.
Mr. Pawan Singh, founder of Elysium Clubs, India's largest and fastest growing lifestyle delivery company. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Pawan Singh.
Where they realize that the product is not the brick and mortar anymore. The product is the community. And when we sell, we put up these hoardings about Mumbai's #1 lifestyle, Hyderabad's most iconic living, legendary living, Pune's green escape. What we're really selling is not the building, we're selling a lifestyle. The modern consumer is not happy with the house anymore. He wants the home that represents. He's not happy with just amenities anymore. He wants the lifestyle that those amenities represent. And in doing so, I think that's what's differentiating modern developers like Sumadhura from the rest. Developers that have understood that community and the ability to deliver that community, which is not a product, it's a service. That is the defining factor of modern real estate. And when Sumadhura and us collaborated for the first time, the vision was very clear from the management. We don't want to stop at brick and mortar. We want to deliver an experience, and we want to be able to deliver that experience through the life cycle of the product. So UI and UX, these are terms that real estate has never heard before, which was presented to me by CMD sir saying, this is what I want you guys to focus on the user experience, on the user journey, and how I'm going to influence that in the everyday of my consumer, not on possession, but for the rest of his lives. It was an amazing challenge for us. We took that up over, I think, 8 months of hard work. Thank you to these amazing collaborators and these amazing stars who joined us on this journey. We've been able to define an experience for Palais Royale, and now, because it was such a beautiful experience, extending it across all of Sumadhura's clubhouses and community experience and community development projects. In closing, I would like to just put together for you guys a vision. This project, Palais Royale specifically, it is designed for a very specific audience. It is designed for the upper echelon, the pantheons of society that decide where this society is going to go, where Hyderabad as a city and its people are going to go. And for that, they need to perform at the highest level. They need to be mentally, physically, rather than socially, even from their network, surrounded by things that support that lifestyle, to keep them at high performance. And that's why we very finely curated the world's best brands that can deliver those experiences, to keep you mentally sharp, to keep you balanced, to keep your stress under control, to keep you physically active, to keep you socially in an environment where you're surrounded by people of the same stature and the same quality, to really truly deliver an experience within your own homes that enhances and adds value to your life, that actually builds your network, builds your strength, builds your mental capacity, and keeps you performing at the level of legends. And that's why this curation and this experience was put together. Since then, the Sumadhura team has extended this, not just to projects where we have collaborated financially, but projects where it was not even promised to the customers. They've gone above and beyond what is required. And I have never seen a developer take that step, forward towards enriching their customers' lives beyond what was even promised on paper. And that was something remarkable, and we're really proud to be part of that movement. I would love to now, without further ado, hog the limelight. The real stars are here, and I would love to start introducing the real stars and get them on stage really quickly. The chairs, guys, we can on the tone of mental balance, on the tone of
if you can come close, we'll have one photograph. Come close. Yeah, please. Bill, sir, bill, please. Bill, sir.
Yoga and authentic yoga? How does that break that boundary, and how does it going to help customers of Sumadhura and this collaboration really make positive impact to people in large?
A very good afternoon to everyone here. Shri Namaskar, as the way I greet everyone. So let us begin at the base. I have a very short answer for a very long question. A home is a place where the heart is. Today we are here because of a home. A home is a success story of every man. It's not just four walls and a roof. It gives you much more than that. It gives you balance, it gives you strength, it gives you happiness, and most important, it allows you to be what you are. It allows you to be yourself. And I think that is why I am here. Because this allowing yourself to be what you are involves this whole mental health, it involves well-being, it involves wellness. So when there's success, we are very happy. And there's a very fine line between success and failure. And then the same home is not going to be the same for us. It's going to be the same walls, which are definitely very beautiful. But what comes in is your mental space. Your mental space is your first home. And just imagine, you have your home with Sumadhura, and then you have the space where you have an extended space to again feel your home, where you can experience peace, you can experience calmness, because that is what is yoga. Yoga is connecting yourself with yourself. And when we are connected to ourselves is when we feel the peace. And that's what is mental health. That's what is the mind with itself. So that is where I come in, and I'm very happy to be present here. I'm very, very happy to be associated with Elysian Clubs, who have given me the opportunity to step so close to so many people and offer them a hand where peace and tranquility is concerned. And I'm wishing Sumadhura the very best in this venture and always for enlightening people, not only with sports and recreation, but going a step further and giving them what all of us need, that is peace. Thank you.
On the opposite end of our first question. I'm a big fan. I wake up at 6:30 in the morning with my 10-year-old son, and he practices all his moves on me. How is USC, in your opinion, a natural fit for the Indian audience, especially since you all have just entered the Indian market 5-7 years and you all are making waves everywhere? How do you feel the Indian audience accepting, and how do you think that links into our project here?
Thank you, Pavan, and good afternoon, everybody. I'm very glad to be here and being a part of Sumadhura group, which I feel is a visionary group. Doesn't only look about and not only delivers just homes, but it is a complete experience. Today, with the busy schedules, it's very difficult when it comes to my stream, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to the gym. You get up in the morning, as you rightly said, 6 o'clock you have to get up and you have to hit the gym, then you go to your office, come back. But Sumadhura has given the opportunity at your doorstep. You're going to have an experience of UFC Gym, which is a global gym chain. You must have heard about UFC. It is all about fighting championship. But UFC Fit is a stream which actually gets you fitter at your doorstep. How? Because we are a part of the township which does not have just the weights and just the cardio equipments, but we also give you functional training, it's MMA, as well as the youth programming and various group classes. Now what is all this? It is actually a community space. You do not need to step out from your society. You have everything there in-house. Women, kids, men, want to do any kind of bodybuilding, functional training, you will never get bored at UFC Gym. And that's why we are here with Sumadhura, because they are a visionary developer. We are very happy to be associated with Elysium Clubs. Of course, thank you, Pavan. And of course, Kajal, Srini, Sir, Madhusudanji. All of us have been working like a family. And the whole goal is nothing but to make all of you all fitter, whoever are going to be in the space. And it's going to be a great experience with all of us being a part of Sumadhura group. And thank you so much and wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you for that. That's amazing. Get some action into your day as you start when you live at the higher echelon. Equally important, and this seems like a pendulum that we're swinging from peace to violence to peace again. सुरेश जी, हम सब बड़े हुए हैं, आपकी आवाज़, आपकी गीत हमारे दिलों में. मेरी हिंदी इतनी अच्छी नहीं है सर, तो मैं ये आपसे समझना चाहता था सर कि आपको ये जो हमने एक्सपीरियंस किया है रेजिडेंशियल में लेके जाने की, और रेजिडेंशियल्स में म्यूज़िक और सुरेश जी के विजन के साथ कैसे मिलता है सर?
सबसे पहले तो मैं सुमधुर ग्रुप का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करूँगा। अपार्थ जी, आपने हमको जोड़ दिया है आजीवासन को, और इतने सारे सेलिब्रिटीज़ के बीच में आज बैठने का पहली बार मौका मिला है, क्योंकि फिल्मी लोगों में तो बैठते रहते हैं हम लोग, मगर फिटनेस वाले, योगा वाले, खेलने वाले, ये बच्ची हमारी फैमिली की ही है डांस का, और शाइना जी और घोषाल बाबू अपनी बांगाली, और मैं सुमधुर ग्रुप का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करूँगा। म्यूज़िक ये कोई डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं है, मगर सबसे ज़्यादा बड़ा योगिक बेस है इसमें। साधना, योगा की बैठक लिए बिना गाना नहीं आता, और गाना सबसे मन को शांति देने वाला एक माध्यम है, जिसमें मैं अपनी 4 साल की उम्र से हूँ। एक तो आजकल सभी को गाना होता है, आपने देखा ही होगा, ये रियलिटी शोज़ में नए नए बच्चों को, और टैलेंट हम लोगों से कई ज़्यादा पावरफुल है इस वक्त। आने वाली जनरेशन जो है हमसे भी ज़्यादा पावरफुल है, क्योंकि अवेयरनेस है, और ऐसी हाउसिंग कम्युनिटीज़ में इस तरह का साथ में इसकी फैसिलिटीज़ मिलना, वहाँ पे जो भी घर लेंगे उनके लिए बहुत बड़े नसीब की बात है। मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करूँगा, मुबारक दूंगा। गाने से सबसे पहले तो एक बहुत बड़ा काम हो जाता है कि कंसंट्रेशन बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाती है, और हम लोग तो सभी भगवान को मानते हैं। भगवान से अगर बहुत जल्दी लाइटनिंग कॉल से अगर कोई मिला सकता है तो वो है गाना। जिसका बहुत पवित्र या जिसका बहुत करेक्ट सुर लगता है, वो सीधा भगवान के साथ बात करता है। और ये हमारा एक्सपीरियंस है। अभी ये ऊपर लगाया हुआ है मैंने, मगर मेरी उम्र है इस वक्त 72 ईयर्स। अगर आपके आशीर्वाद से आज भी अगर आप 3 घंटा गाने को बोलेंगे तो मैं गा जाऊंगा। तो ये मेरा योगिक साधना है और मेरी गेम है, क्योंकि सबसे ऊंची कला इसलिए है क्योंकि इसको मटेरियलिस्टिक चीज़ों की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती। मैंने अगर ये टेबल पे एक स्ट्रोक दे के उसको सुर पकड़ लिया तो मैं पूरा गाना उसी सुर में गा सकता हूँ। ये इसकी पावर है जो हम छोटे बच्चों से लेके हमारे स्कूल में, मेरे स्कूल को 100 साल हो रहे हैं पूरे आजीवासन को। 2.5-3 साल से लेके बच्चा 70-75 साल की बुजुर्गों तक मेरे म्यूज़िक स्कूल में सीखने के लिए आते हैं। और उनको देखेंगे आप तो आपकी तबीयत खुश हो जाएगी। मेरे पास स्पेशल चाइल्ड जो होते हैं उनकी भी क्लासेस हैं मेरी। तो इसमें देखिए कैसी पावर है कि वो स्पेशल चाइल्ड, उनका जब आने का दिन होता है, सोचिए जैसे मंडे है और थर्सडे है, तो वो सुबह जैसे ही जागते हैं उस वक्त से शुरू हो जाते हैं, मम्मी क्लास में जाना है, क्लास में जाना है। तो ये जो अवेयरनेस है, अभी आज कोई भी आदमी कराओके पे गाना चाहता है, तो ये इन प्रोग्रामों की वजह से भी एक्सेस हुआ है। सारी दुनिया के बच्चों को देखने सुनने को मिलता है। तो ये काम हम आपकी ये ब्रांड जो है इसके साथ हम सुमधुरा, और इसके नाम में ही सुमधुर है, उस मधुरता से गाएगा वही उधर घर ले लेगा।
सर आपसे एक सुर मधुर का एग्जाम्पल चाहिए सर, 2 लाइन आपसे प्लीज।
हमारी इंडस्ट्री थोड़ी सी बदनाम इसलिए भी है कि हमारी बहुत सारी चीज़ें पेपरों में भी आती हैं, मगर मेरे साथ मेरी इस वक्त इकलौती धर्मपत्नी आई है जो प्रिंसिपल है मेरे स्कूल की। उसको मैं बुलाऊंगा तो उसके साथ एक गाना हम लोग आपके लिए पद्मा वारकर, ये मेरी मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर है।
नमस्ते, नमस्ते। It's a pleasure to be here.
तो आप लोगों को जो अच्छा लगता है शायद वही गाना हम लोग गाते हैं। और तुमसे मिलके ऐसा लगा, तुमसे मिलके अरमा हुए पूरे दिल तुमसे मिलके ऐसा लगा, तुमसे मिलके अरमां हुए पूरे दिल के। ऐ मेरी जान सुमधुरा, तेरी मेरी तेरी एक जान है, साथ तेरे रहेंगे सदा, तुमसे न होंगे जुदा, तुमसे मिलके ऐसा लगा, तुमसे मिलके अरमां हुए पूरे दिल के।
Thank you. That you feel that makes that happen.
I think it's just a form of expression, and there's so much power in expression, not just verbally, but through movement as well. Dance specifically, it works, not just on your physicality, but the daily stresses we may be going through in life, in our jobs. It's a release from all of that. And, what a blessing and what a privilege to have this space. I think today everything's about inclusivity. And this space is just that. Whether you have a child who has too much energy and you need that energy channelized in a positive way, this is the perfect space for that. Or whether you're an elderly person who's looking to reinvent themselves or maybe find a hobby or passion, it just fits. And we're so blessed and so privileged we have this space. Thank you to Sumadhura. Thank you to Elysium. This is, one-of-a-kind concept, and it's an absolute honor and a privilege to be associated, and an absolute privilege to be sitting on the stage with all these amazing personalities too. Thank you to the media. Thank you to everyone.
Wow, what an amazing answer. Thank you so much for that. I genuinely do believe all the kids in our clubs that are in the dance program are somehow so much more expressive, so much more happier. Just like Sureshji had Sud and Sumadhura, the Elysium stands for Inclusive Localism. It's our company's tagline. It's an acronym.
That's awesome.
So we think that, and I think this is amazing that all of this synchronicity is happening at the same time.
And I think before we move on, just one more thing specifically for women. I think this is a very secure and safe space. And I think women today are constantly thinking about everyone else but themselves. So, over here they have a safe space to be able to express themselves and claim their power back as well.
It's amazing words, and it's so nice to have a stage full of stars with more representation of women than men in the world of sports and fitness, and I think that's a testament to where women of India are going. And thank you for setting up the next question so eloquently for me. When it comes to women and empowerment in sport, no one's done it better and bigger than Saina Nehwal in this country. Thank you so much for doing all that you've done. I'm a badminton player myself, and I think you've inspired generations of kids to dream big, and you can already see that flow of next generation of athletes, primarily women dominating badminton now on the global stage. So I really wanted to know your take. I know you have in your own residences as well badminton courts. How does that availability of infrastructure and how does that availability of at your doorstep, how does that impact the grassroots movement, and how does that impact the growth of badminton overall in the country, ma'am?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so proud to associate with the badminton pros from like last 2-3 years, and I can only see there's a lot of development happening in this sport. And as you know, badminton is the second most loved sport in India now, and there's so many people who want to play badminton, but the problem is with the infrastructure. And we have a couple of academies, but of course we have good coaches in those academies. But now you can see with badminton pros we have very good coaches going to different communities and helping them out, these kids especially. And hats off to the communities nowadays that they are really focusing on all the sports. And I can see a lot of youngsters, I meet them in the lift and they're like, Saina Didi, I'm going for badminton or cricket or tennis or abhi to pickleball ho gaya. So they're all interested in playing different sports. And Sumadhura group, I think I saw the club just now and it's fantastic. I can see the facilities are so world class, and the best. I can only wish you all the very best. But as you see, we have the best from the different fields, but we also need physios because we have everything. We have dance, we have badminton, we have squash, we have yoga, but we also need good physios because body ko bhi recovery chahiye. Otherwise, there's everything else in the community. And मेरे टाइम पे we were just like looking for the stadiums and big coaches, and we had to travel for 25 kilometers up and down. But now you see we have in the community 4-5 world-class courts, which is very nice to see. And Hyderabad is developing really well. And after Bangalore, I can say that we have so many number of courts here and so many badminton players that everyone wants to be world champions or Olympic champions. So the dream is big, and with the help of such courts and communities, we will see a lot more youngsters becoming champions from here, and I'm sure from all over India.
Wow. Here's to see the next Olympic medals coming out of the Sumadhura court and the grassroots program. Thank you so much for that, ma'am. Talking about accolades, Saurav has been in the top layer of squash globally for longer than anybody can even remember the word squash. He's been an icon for Indian youth. I have watched him go to retirement, come out, win what is a Grand Slam level event in squash, and do it so casually with so much humility. It's an honor to have you here, Saurav. I know you're very vocal, you're very strong, you're in the International Federation, and the squash governing body, very influential figure. How do you feel these communities that we're evolving around residentials? Do you think that associations and do you think that governing bodies, all of them can blend together with this movement that we're trying to create, with creating world-class experiences and world-class residential setups? Do you think all of this amounts to an overall movement where you can actually see players develop, like Saina said?
Good afternoon, everyone. The answer to your question, I think, lies in precedent in what has happened in history with top sports around the world. So you have certain pockets in countries where certain sports are very, very strong. We can look close to home and we can say cricket, because obviously that's a religion for us. And we can, talk about the academies that we have and everything, and the coaches and the players that have gone past. But the most important kind of metric which has caused that to happen, I think, is the fact that we have so many people playing, right? When there are numbers, when there is participation, the law of probability is that you're going to get stars out of that, right? And I think that is the mission for every sport in every country, and obviously over here, to get as many people playing that sport as possible. Because if you have a larger pool to pick from, like I said, the law of probability is that you're going to produce world champions at some point. And that just creates a very healthy, I don't want to use the word rivalry, I want to use the word competition amongst everyone around, because you want to create gold mines in sport. When I say gold mines, I mean, if there are a certain number of people who are very, very good in one location, in this case Hyderabad, it is going to push people around them to get better. And when they go onto the world stage, that becomes the easier thing to do than actually playing inside. And there are enough examples of that. And I think what Saina has done is created that pool of players which has catapulted Indian badminton to greater heights. So I think having facilities in communities makes sport a community sport in general, right? And if we can make India a sporting nation through community, that's when we have the greatest chance of really unleashing our potential on the world stage. It has to go hand in hand, of course, with associations, governments, academies, everything else, sportswear, everything else. But the base of it, the base of the pyramid, comes from the community and what the people in the community are doing on a daily basis, and not once in 4 years, right? And if we want to kind of spar with the best country in the world once every 4 years, then we need to be doing it every single day at the lowest lowest level, at the most individual level. So Sumadhura Group, what they are doing with the branded clubhouse and bringing all these things together is that they are creating a foundation for this to happen. They are enabling people who are going to be living in these communities to have the opportunity, which I didn't have when I was growing up, to be able to experience this firsthand. And I think the biggest success for the Sumadhura Group is going to be that today there are so many people who need motivation to get out of the house and do something. It's going to flip around where the biggest motivation is going to be how do I get these people back into the house because there's so many things to do. So,
Mohsin, we've known each other.
Creating the foundation, your grassroots level needs to be really, really strong. With us, the usual problem is, at grassroots level, it's a summer camp or a 15-day thing. But if you look at really athletes who have gone and achieved something, it's because they have spent 3 years, 4 years at grassroots level. And that's when they are ready to step into the competitive world. And then obviously competitive world is also far from there. You have to work hard, discipline, and then probably you'll reach there. So yeah, there's nothing, coming back to your question, I think there's nothing that is stopping us. And hopefully in 2035 we'll have someone standing on the Olympics podium. And having said that, even from the microcurve swimming,
What you wanted them to be and that vision. Do you feel that this collaboration, do you feel that everybody in this room, these stars, do you feel that this will actually be able to impact your customers' lives for the better? Do you feel that that will change the way real estate is being viewed in the future? And do you think that Sumadhura is taking that first step towards evolving the whole real estate industry?
Pavit, first, thank you for making this happen. So, till now, we all are at Sumadhura. One is people lack infrastructure, and sometimes even there is infrastructure, it's not to be utilized to the optimum level or to the required level. It requires some motivation like Sainaji, some motivation like Michael Phelps. These kind of names, everyone who are sitting here, will make them, okay, let's explore this. Today, even family, every one of the family have their dreams, but they don't really have that motivation to get into the field, to get into that space and make them successful or make it useful or fulfill their dream. But now today, all of us together, I have a strong belief that, okay, it is not, we are all here because we are success in life. So when successful people, we should give back to the nation. So if all of us, I strongly believe that, or we can promise and commit ourselves to get some good names, talent, bringing the talent out of them, out of our audience, so that we can give back to the nation. Today, 150 billion people, but we have very few Olympic medals kind of thing. And all of us together can create a balance in people's lives. There is a fine line, as Madam told, that fine line of balance in their working life, fine line between their dreams, fulfilling their dreams, by being part of a dance school and making them express their emotions. It will bring happiness and the balance in their lives. By bringing that balance, ultimately they will be happy and we can bring the best to the nation. I strongly believe.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, sir. What a beautiful vision and what a beautiful note to take this to the next stage. I think the core word and the core theme has been happiness, and I'm so happy, Bonnie, but I'm so happy to be here with all of y'all and with the press and the media. Y'all have been patient and beautiful. We would like to now bring back sir on stage to ask the media to open it up for questions, please.
Thank you, Bhavit. Please take your seat as well. Elysium's partnership with Sumadhura Group perfectly embodies the spirit of innovation, taking world-class sports, wellness, recreation and fitness brands directly into our residential communities. We now open the floor.
Considering that you're coming up with premium, luxury homes.
So whatever the geopolitical tensions, ultimately even
No,
the
this
sector...
this is vis-a-vis the NRIs who used to normally invest in Hyderabad.
The experts believe that it will create a lot of outsourcing, or people will be back to India and they have this world-class lifestyle available in India. It is going to add value or add demand to the real estate across India. This is what everyone is believing, and we are seeing that trends also.
Okay, but then the last quarter, according to reports from some real estate bodies that do the survey, they had shown a dip of 55% fall in the real estate demand in Hyderabad. What would you say to that?
It may be part of a cyclical trend, but if you see overall, if you see the craziness in the uber luxury, be it NCR, be it Mumbai, 100 crore home, 500 crore home, simultaneously you are seeing all the headlines, these kind of headlines. And if you see the the layoffs are not in India. None of the layoffs are in India. The layoffs are mostly the western part of the world. When it compared to still India has grown 6.5% last quarter, and the estimates were revised to the upside. So there is no absolutely today India is posed for high growth, high optimism, and because of the domestic consumption, the way it is increasing, and the demographic dividend what we have today, 50% of the Indians are below 30 years. So all these things may be some kind of short-term lullness, but we have, if you see either the mid-term, medium term, or the long term, between a horizon of 5 to 20 years horizon by 2047, before 2047, India is poised to become the developed nation. I'm sure about it. I have a strong belief about it.
Okay, just one last question. The demand for premium homes is going down in Hyderabad. The reason being non-availability of land and high cost of land. Is it true?
No, today we have the ORR and the land parcels available across the ORR and the coming the PRR or the regional ring road. There is no availability of depth of land parcels available kind of thing. Even the government is coming up lot of action lands also. Value, some cost factor it is maybe there, but also we have to note that Hyderabad is in a high note between 2017-18 to 2024, and again it's a cyclical business. There may be some kind of consolidation for the next 1 year kind of thing, but you have to see the overall, the kind of infrastructure Hyderabad have, the advantages Hyderabad have. Every day, how many GCCs are coming and opening offices in Hyderabad. We have to see the larger trends, not small, short-term trends, but the long-term trends are very much positive for Hyderabad.
Okay, just one clarification. What does the branded club mean? Actually, there was some talk about the branded club being offered to the buyers. What is that?
No, it's a branded clubhouse. Is all these brands? The economies are available in the clubhouse. The audience, the people who are staying in, they can use the facilities, all these facilities. At one place, suppose there are four people, 2 children, one child want to play tennis and or squash, another child want to play badminton. Being the parent, not roaming across the town, taking the children to a tennis academy, to a badminton academy, they can be at home and they can send their children these world-class academies. It's a very, the real impact or the real advantage, someone who enjoys only, they can feel it actually.
Thank you so much, sir. Any questions regarding the brand clubhouse initiative which Sumadhura Group has taken up today? I appreciate any questions from our media friends here. Yes, sir.
Could you give more information about the launch, what happened there, about the College Royale Clubhouse? What is it going to be? Is it exclusively for the residents of Sumadhura, or even the outsiders also can take the services of all the branded services here? And what are your charges? Like, can you give us more idea about that?
If you don't mind, I'll take that question. So, with dilapidated infrastructure and housing societies. With the case of Sumadhura, before we even started this discussion, the first thing we did was create financial sustainability. We understood what the cost of bringing these academies, running these academies, and then maintaining them would be over the life cycle of the entire project. We've included that into our build cost, and then we've done it at a one-time transition to the residents so they don't feel the pinch, and it will always be sustainable. Only then did we then come back and decide pricing strategies and whatnot for the project. So it has been very well thought of, and it's been thought of with a long-term sustainable view for at least 10 years.
People are already using it?
Though it's project is in, people are using clubhouses in other projects, not the Palais Royale project. This is not ready yet. However, in our experience center, you will have glimpses of those experiences. We have a whole series of events and retail activations that are planned through the year, where you'll get workshops, where you'll get education, where you'll get small events on each one of our experiences. Eventually, these experiences will be delivered in the Palais Royale Clubhouse when it's ready. Until then, various other Sumadhura projects have already started, like in Bangalore, where we've already started with Folium, with our Clubhouse experience, and people have already started using these as of last month. So, we invite people to come and experience this real time. Again, these are for residents only, and not open to outsiders. This is premium for Sumadhura customers.
So, what is the tentative date for Palais Royale?
2029 December is the delivery. Post that, this will be available.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you. Any further questions? Alright, for bites and interviews with the CMD, celebrities and brand representatives. Followed by...
one picture?
Yes, before that,
Tamudu. Koncham. Inka nu inte. Yeah.
for ours. Please utilize the space. Thank you.
Honestly, what an honor and a privilege to be here. I said this on stage as well at the press conference, but what a privilege to be associated with such massive brands in Sumadhura and Elysium. We're very excited as Matrix Dance Academy for this association. I believe the future is inclusivity, and this space allows us to have just that. I was saying this earlier, whether you have a child who has too much energy and looking to channelize that energy in a very positive way, Matrix Dance Academy in a residence is just the place for you. Whether you're a woman who's constantly putting everyone's needs before your own, this is a safe, secure environment where you're able to also express yourself and reclaim your power. So, very honored, very excited for this association, and thank you so much.